buying and exist. Before that, is there any question that you want to ask? Anything before we start? No? Alright, so kita start dengan buying and existing business. Okay, so as we all know, it's part of investment activity. Okay, say you want to buy another company, what are you looking for? Okay, what's the advantages and disadvantages of buying an existing business? Okay, so we go with this advantage first because it's quite important for you to make a decision when it comes to investing in another ventures. Okay, the first one is buying an existing business. Basically, that business is basically successful. Okay, so you can just like continue. Okay, everything is in place. In terms of manpower, in terms of business, in terms of client, and it might also in terms of networking as well. Okay, then we have this another advantage is we are basically leveraging the experience of the previous owner. Okay, a good example, like for example, Season. Okay, semua tahu Season. You all know Season, right? Bakery shop. They sell cakes, bread, and everything. So basically, Season was previously owned by an investor from Singapore. Okay, he opened up few branches in Malaysia, and then after that, after 2 years of operation, they sell that business to another person. Okay, so this person they put some protective covenant, meaning to say that the original owner of Season cannot do any bread making, cake, house, this kind of business for 5 years. Then they just simply continue with the names, with the signature food, bread, cake, and everything. Just continue with the same manpower, with the same brand, signage, and everything. So after 5 years, the original owner finished the protective covenant contract. Then that owner basically opened up a new line of bakery, which is the one that I think you quite aware what this is, Lavender. Okay, so basically they use the experience of the previous owner, the supplier and everything. Okay, so it's just like a turnkey business. You just need to put in first gear and then you just simply drive. As far as locality is concerned, most of these businesses they have a very strategic location. Except that maybe some new things, under new management, maybe they want to have a certain items, special items. Okay, so or maybe special places. So you just simply continue. Every inventory is all in place. Establish trade credit with the suppliers and everything, and it might have new value because of under new management they might have new ideas, new strategies, new business model. Okay, so buying a business is quite interesting and give a lot of advantages, but then you have to be worried because of there are also disadvantage. Okay, the first one is the cash requirement, meaning you have to buy. Okay, I have a friend in KL. His business is actually buying a clinic. Okay, a GP, general practice, a clinic. So basically, what he intend to do is that right now at the moment he bought already 4. And it doesn't make any sense. Okay, first time when he told me about this thing, it doesn't make any sense lah. Clinic like doctors, they never ever occur into my mind that doctor want to sell their clinic. But actually, doctor is just like a teacher. At one point they want to retire. So my friend with their investors and their business angel behind him bought already bought four clinic, okay, where they will buy everything, they will value the business, and also they will ask the doctor when this doctor going to retire. So from that day until his retirement day, they will pay everything, they value everything, and now the doctor basically work with him, okay. um uh even the staff, the staff nurse, everybody, and to what do you call it, with the patient as well, okay. So sometimes they will encourage the doctor to stay work, okay, but then the doctor doesn't need to think about buying medicine, managing the business and everything. So it's quite interesting. But you need to know how to value, because of um, when it comes to valuation, you need to be very, what call it, precise. Very, you need to know everything, because sometimes it might occur to this clinic that it doesn't make any money, or the number of patients are going down. So we need to be very careful about that thing, okay. So that's why, so on the entrepreneur side, on the doctor side, actually maybe the reason for them to sell their business is because of um, they already forecast some problems that the new buyer didn't see it. Okay, so that is the one of the disadvantage. But then we are talking about business. We're talking about risk. So it's a gambling move. Um, and the idea of my friend is actually basically he wanted to have at least like 10 clinics so that they can combine it, and combine the value, and then maybe unlock the value in and go for IPO. So that's the reason why these people, one of the reason why these people want to buy. Another thing is that if you have a company and you just and when someone decide, or someone offer you to buy your business, um, is a good move, okay, because all people only buy your business when they think that your business have value, okay. So if you have some problems and then only you decided to let go of the business, there's not much choice, because of maybe people or investors knew about this thing, and there will be no good offer will be given to you. Okay, so the business might losing some money. Okay, one of the disadvantage, which we as the investors, we need to identify this thing through the valuation, business valuation, and then look at the forecast and everything. You are paying for ill will. Okay. Some of the business, it looks good, but in reality, that was not the case. Okay, current employees, maybe some reluctance, or some grievance with the new management. Okay, since you are new owner or new investors, so basically, you have your own strategy, you have your own business model. Okay, the way how to conduct business might not be comfortable among the employees. Okay, so you need to tackle this thing, especially when it comes to low level workers. They are a bit more emotional. Okay, so that's why it's beside looking at the financial aspect of the business, you also need to look at the human resource issues. Obsolete or inefficient equipment emphasis, yes, you might need to buy a new one, the one that they have, the one that they are currently being using, maybe it's not as good as, or it's not up to date. So you need to upgrade, or you need to buy a new machine, which will cost you money. Okay, but somehow this is all will be included in your business valuation. Um, yes, and the last one is, like I said, is a challenging for the new management to implement changes to the incumbent, to the current workers in current environment, and to some extent. But in summary, I think buying a business is much more easier, but it will cost you a lot of money. You just simply continue with the current operation and everything. So if you decided to buy a company, okay, you need to go through all these things. And beside doing your financial analysis, forecasting, and everything, you have to look at the 360 factors that will affect your business. Okay, so that's why one of the reason most of this company, when they bought this company, they will um, cut it down into small pieces and then simply sell the business. Okay, there's another case, a case study, quite interesting. Okay, there's one company. Um, this company is basically provide an apps business. Okay, we do have a couple of clients. For example, is it a simple? Is it just as apps? Okay, where basically you can put everything there and then um, it will notify to the client, to the customers, to those who have the apps. Okay. So this company charge about, if I'm not mistaken, 7,000 ringgit for Apple with unlimited push notification. It will 7,000, yes, 7,000, and then it will take about 1 week to set up for Apple, for iOS. For Android, it's only like three days. Okay, so the business is very good. So they approach a couple of companies, for example, Ducati Malaysia. So basically, in that apps, Ducati can just put their product, their merchandise, and then their activities. Like for example, like they will push a notification saying that, okay, this week there will be a convoy going to this place. The rally point will be here. So when you click that thing, it will automatically go to the Waze application. So all these Ducati owned bikers will, rally there, gather there, and then they will have this convoy. So this company is quite it's a simple business. Okay, quite interesting. And they are at the peak. Actually, they're making a lot of money, but then when they approached Maybank and Maybank decided to buy this company, so what they did is they just simply sell the company. So maybe Maybank think that, or forecast that this company have some values and maybe they can use this kind of services when it comes to expanding their current business, expanding their customers market. Okay, so those are advantage and disadvantage of buying an existing companies. And then, if yes, this is much more crucial actually when it comes to doing a business with families and friends. Okay, not many family business successful, to be frank. Okay, I've read it before. Okay, the percentage is very low. Right? The one that is successful, because of these are the few things that we need to look into, because normally we will take for granted it is our family and friends. Okay, so in the beginning um, everything is okay, semua cantik, and they are very happy with the business. But when they hit the jackpot, or maybe the business expanding, then that's where problems come in. So before that thing to happen, okay, and I have the experience actually. Okay, I have a lot of experience with my family. Okay, my wife's side, not my side. Okay, my wife's side. My side is all good. My wife's side is not that good. No lah. But then basically I have some experience, okay, but then at the end of the day, you cannot say much. You cannot, just because of this business, you have a fight among your families and members. So, in order for you to avoid all these things, there are a few things that you need to consider, okay, um, before doing a business with the family members or friends. Okay, friends is quite okay. I think maybe basically, I mean, the worst thing that you can do is that you don't be friends with with your partners anymore, or maybe you can dissolve the business. Okay, but when it comes to family, it's quite difficult. Okay, especially when it comes to Asian family, we are very clinkish. We have a very strong family structure, not like the Westerners. Okay, so they are much more liberal and they are much more independent. I can say that. Okay, so the first one is to consider the impact of demand on everyone involved. Okay, you got to explain to them. Okay, here, educate naive investors. Naive investors are all the family members who chip in money. Okay, you have to educate them. You have to see what will happen to the business. I'm sorry, what happened to the family when the business, if it's successful or if it's not. Okay, that I actually there's a one company. Okay, family business which is very good. Okay, they jual basically this business. They sell fish. Okay, is like not a coral fish, but then it's just I don't know in English word, but then this fish you can see basically in kampung near Parit near all this small river ikan mata lalat. Okay, it's a very small fish, but then this company, okay, managed to go for IPO in Singapore Stock Exchange. Can you imagine that? Okay, a small business, okay, is a family business. It's run by his their youngest family members, youngest brothers, if I'm mistaken. Okay, all the big brothers they simply give the money, put some money in the business. The youngest is the one who ran that business, and they managed to go for IPO in Singapore Stock Exchange. Okay, so their motto is like if you if it's only one fish, is you are very vulnerable. It's very dangerous. When you have a school of fish, then you become stronger. Okay, so what they did is basically but this is something got to do with it is a family business, but then this is how they build up their business so that they can go for IPO, where they can unlock the value and list it in Singapore Stock Exchange. What happened is that when we study about this company's business model, it seems that their business model is normal. Okay, it's just like any other businesses. Okay, you will have your own customers and everything, blah blah blah. But one interesting fact about this business is that they do it by themselves, everything. They buy everything. They make like fish food, the tanks, everything. But when we check again, when we scrutinize this business, we look in deeply into this business, we find out that actually this company started by selling um, like this exotic fish, like this goldfish, this flower horn, few fish. But then what happened is that when they have problems, they have this this disease. Okay, so they sustained a huge loss, and then they decided to go and sell this fish, this small fish where you can get easily from parit-parit, from sungai. Ikan mata lalat is basically the one that you use to keep the what call it mosquitoes from breeding and everything. You put all this fish in big tanks so that they can eat all these apa ni jentik all these mosquitoes egg and everything. So when we look at it, we find out that let's say how they come up with the value, how they can build up their business value. What they did is that like when they sell, for example, okay, a normal business activities is that when someone wants to buy this fish, they will put in the plastic bag, and then they need to have tanks, and sometimes they have to put some oxygen and everything, and also the fish food. What happened is that normally they will go and buy from the supplier. We talk about food fish, right? Uh, so let's say you have one supplier selling you, let's I maybe one bucket of fish food for a price of $1.50. Okay, so This is normally what business will do. They will buy from the supplier $1.50. And then later on, along the way, you manage to find another supplier who sells $1 per bucket. So definitely, in a normal business, you will change, you will go and buy from this supplier. Okay. But this was not the case for this company. What happened is that he approached to that $1.50 business, tell them that they want to be a partner with their business. They are part of the company. Okay. So he said that, okay, the deal is that, if I'm not mistaken, the deal is that whatever sales that you made, 30% will go back to this company. So and then this company also, whatever they do, whatever business they make, okay, that plastic bag company, the supplier will get 30% from them. So basically, they create a loop, a circle, okay, and then it goes to all the things that related to the business, including the tanks, the place and everything, the food, how they breed, and then everything, okay, the worm and everything, okay, they all make sure that these suppliers basically become their partners. They do some joint venture. So the value of the business is growing enormously. Okay. And you get to understand that these suppliers, they have their own customers. So they knew that whatever this supplier, they sell to someone else, the fish company, if I'm not mistaken, the name of this, can't remember the name of this company. This fish company will get 30%. Even to that extent, when this company bought, what do you call it, $1.50 plus fish food. Okay, um, he knew that from that $1.50, 30% will go into his account, into the business. So they create a very, what do you call it, a value there between the fish company with the supplier. Okay, so that is the reason. Within, I think, if I'm not mistaken, within 5 years, they managed to go for IPO. They manage to expand their business, expand their value, okay, increase their value, expand their business, and manage to go for, is, if I'm not mistaken, about 200 million net worth of this company. So imagine a company who sells small fish, a fish which is not even exotic. You can simply find it anywhere. Okay, if you go outside of your house, go to any longkang or any drain or any sungai or parit whatsoever, you can see this fish. Basically, they sell this. All right, so that's how they do. Okay, so when it comes to this family business, you need to consider another company similar to this is in Singapore also. They sell curry puff lah. In Malaysia kita pakai curry puff, right? Okay, come on. In Malaysia, we've been selling curry puff since Independence Day, but none of the company who sell curry puff go for IPO or listed in the stock exchange. But this company managed to do so. The same model, okay? The dough, the flour, everything becomes their partners, because becomes their part of their business. So basically, they have a big value, and then they have a few what do you call it, chain of stores. Okay, once they have a big value, okay, they start to expand their business. we need to we need to think about our business model right now, and we need to re do some thinking of how business model is going to be. All right, it's not just because it's an evidence. There's already an evidence to show that the product is not really that important. The way how you conduct the business, how you do the business model is most important. Okay, so you need to consider. You need to tell your family members and friends the impact of the investment on everyone, on whoever involved in the business. Okay, if the business is going like this, what will happen to you guys? What will happen to us? If this business successful, what will happen to us, what you need to do, and everything. Okay, keep the arrangement strictly business. Better for you to create a written contract. I think point number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Create a written contract, because family members sometimes they take for granted. Okay, I always take for granted, and at the end of the day, nothing come back. Okay, especially when my daughter wanted to do some nak jual-jual lah from using online. Okay, I always the one who give capital, but then until today, not even a single cent I get back from all this business. Okay, they one of my daughter basically she baked some cookies. Okay, it was during the school time. Okay, so she told me that, okay, this is the price and this is how much money you're gonna get, but I can only enjoy the smell, and maybe it tastes like few cookies, and that's all. Okay, with the money that I pour into this business, these so-called business ventures. Okay, it doesn't make I didn't get anything, to be frank. The ROI is basically zero, and in fact, I have to top up more. Okay, I have to give more. Okay, then I have to send. I have to go to the post office. I have to pack everything, packaging, buy boxes and everything. So doing business with family, you get to be very careful. Okay, so you need to have a clear arrangement between you and your family. So one way is that you create a written contract. Okay, tell them that this is the amount of money you're going to put, and this money, this is what I'm going to do, and this is the amount of money that you will receive. You're not going. It seems like they are very naive. Okay, meaning to say that they think that, okay, I give you 10,000 today. Hopefully by 1 month I can back get my money. There's no such thing as that. Okay, it's not as simple as it looks. Okay, so you have to educate them. Okay, so that's why they said it keep the arrangement strictly business. You tell, okay, if you run the business, then you should have a salary, instead of shares, profit. Okay, you can simply use no. Basically, you need to have a salary, a fixed salaries. Okay, you have to decide among your family members. Okay, since you are the one who's going to run the business, you are going to run. Okay, everybody agree that you should have this certain amount of salary, and then it's much more easier, rather than whatever profit you have, whatever profit that you make. Okay, when you get your profit, you start dividing among your families, and that is quite dangerous actually. Okay, there's no specific, because um, people might claim that, oh, you're not doing business very good, you are doing this, you're spending lavishly, you're buying unnecessary things, that kind of thing. So you need to have all this um, arrangement clearly before you start. Okay, to settle the detail upfront, how much money is involved, you need to tell them. Okay, and like I said just now, this is the amount of money that you're going to put in, this is what you're going to get, when are you going to get, how you're going to get, everything should be written in the contract, so that it will give them some ideas. Okay, um all right, okay. And then treat the money as bridge finance. If you think that you want to go alone with this company, okay, with this business, from capital from your family members, you have to treat the money as a bridge finance, meaning to say you have to use wisely, okay, efficiently, okay, very productive in terms of your business. And then after that, when your business is stable, then you go with a proper financing, okay, which is either you go to the banks to get some loans and everything. So to treat this money as a bridge finance, it's not like your main capital. It's just you should have your own capital. Okay, and remember packing order theory. Talk about this. Okay, so you need to have all this in your mind. Okay, develop a payment schedule that suit both the employer and the employee. I just don't want that very difficult for you to explain. Okay, if your family members are educated, okay, then it's easy. But if your family members are not really that educated in terms of business, doing business, then you need to clear everything before you start the business. Okay, so you have to show that, okay, if this amount of money you're going to pour in my business. Okay, this is the payment schedule that you're going to get until you've until covered everything. So if you have to have like a lot of scenario analysis, okay, where if this thing happen, what will happen to your business? If this thing happen, if you have kind of this much of profit, this is what happen. This is what you're gonna get. We have this amount of profit. This is what you're gonna get. No, so you have to what do you call it, to clear off this thing. Another good reason, another good case study about this thing is, I don't know whether you aware or not. There's a in Tamanyu we have a kopitiam, a chamek kopitiam. Okay, just like Old Town. Okay, so actually this company owned by two brothers. Okay, the eldest and the second one. So basically, money comes from the elder brother. He put a lot of money. Okay, and then his brother only like chip in only like 10% or 5% of the business value because of um, because of his family business. So the eldest brother, when it comes to your younger brothers and myself, it's quite difficult for you to be very strict. So what he said was like, all right, we split the profit 50-50, even though his second brother, chip only a fraction, okay, only a few small percentage of capital into the business. But then when the business explode, okay, making a lot of money, nothing. I mean, his second brother is very untung lah, lucky for him because of he only put a small fraction of contribution, and yet you get like 50% in terms of profit. Okay, the brother was like, I met his brother and he was like, I made a bloody mistake. If I knew that this business can expand, and the one that we are having right now, I won't give 50-50 to my brother. It should be like 20-80, 70-30. So you have to have all these things before you start. So it's very tricky actually. It seems that it's much more easy because we are talking about family members, right? We are talking about friends. We know them, especially best friends. You start. You know this guy from schooling, from college, but in reality it's quite difficult. That's why a lot of company they wanted to go for IPO, they want to go for public listing is because of they want to cut down all these things. When talking about outsiders, okay, it's much more easier to manage because families, they are a bit sentimental, okay, with the business. Even it's like the one that we discussed just now, when talking about when you talk about but selling your business, okay, a lot of them reluctant to do so because of the sentimental value. Oh, I start this business from scratch. I have gone through all the hassle in order to build up this company. At the end, at one point, people wanted to buy my business. That kind of thing, like this sentimental kind of feeling that you have with the business. But in reality, in real business, if someone offer you, and when you know, and you think that it's worth to sell, you better sell, because people only buy when they see your business going upward or making a lot of money or expanding, and they won't buy your business if your business is going down. Okay, so you have if you sell the business at the peak stage phase of your business, you might get a lot of money. Then maybe you can start all over again. That's what entrepreneur is all about. Okay, they will start all over again. Okay, with the maybe you can become an investor instead. Then you can just simply stay at home, wake up in morning, playing golf, come back, have lunch, and then go meet your friends and everything. And money always coming in. Okay, will that be nice to you, to all of us, like that, right? Okay, so these are a few suggestions on family. So well, in this slide, I put it as a suggestion, but when it comes to exam or quizzes, you need to argue about this thing. You need to discuss about this thing. All right. Okay. This top 5 reasons startup businesses fail. Why I highlight this thing? Because of if you want to invest in any company, okay, you need to look at this at least these 5 reasons. If you are satisfied with these 5 reasons, okay, then you can think about investing in that business or in that company. Okay? The first one we are talking about startup capital. Most of these companies they have insufficient startup capital because it's normal. Yeah? It's normal. Um, According to the packing order theory, okay, people in entrepreneur they will try to use their own saving, they try to use their own social capital instead of getting funding from from the commercial bank, for example. Okay, so when they don't have enough startup capital and they're very stubborn to go for finding, it's not stubborn actually, but because of you afraid that you cannot meet up with the obligation. That is the reason why you tend to shift to getting your um, own money, okay, own capital, okay, with less risk, with less trouble if you have any problems with the business. So because of that, you might not have enough capital. Okay, you need to expand your business, but then you are afraid to get to committed with commercial or conventional financing. So it's quite normal. Not to say normal, but then it's this is one of the main reason. Okay, one of the factors that contribute to the failing business. Second is we talk about lack of managerial experience. We have few cases, we have few living evidence to show that managerial experience is very important. Okay, there's a reason why if you have a business, you're not supposed to spend your revenue, your income, yeah, like nobody business. Okay, of course it is your business, but then you need to be very disciplined. You have to tell yourself that you are basically one of the workers, you are not the owner, so you will get your salary extra. Your salary is a fixed salary, fixed payment, okay, and the rest is basically for you to invest. One thing about doing business is, I mean, one advantage of doing business is that you can have a lot of tax exemption. You can buy a new car or maybe buy as an investment or part of your business, but in reality it's actually yours. Okay, so this is how business people always do. Okay, so but still you need to have management skills when it comes to, especially when you are all rounder, meaning to say you are the one who going to look at the account, doing the marketing and everything. So you need to have all this. If not, then you have to outsource. But then when we talk about outsourcing, it means cost. Okay, so you will incur more extra costs. Location, bad location. Okay, this is quite. Some people think that it's not as important as it seems, but then locality is very important. It depends on your business, especially it depends on your business. Okay, there are few types of business that you need to have around customers, okay, or maybe a supplier, maybe a few things. I give you a good example. Okay, there's one company, I don't know whether I mentioned about this thing or not. This company, Indochine, is a factory producing biodegradable product. So basically, he set up his company, his factory. inside the PTP, Pelabuhan Tanjung Pelepas. The reason for him to set up his business, okay, which is very difficult for people to go in, because every port, just like airport, okay, seaport, you have to declare everything. It's like you're going away for a holiday. You have to bring you have to register whenever you want to enter the port area. Okay, just it's quite hassle. It's not just like you can just simply, as a customer, you can just simply go there and then buy, do some sightseeing. No, but it's actually a restricted area, so it's quite difficult actually to do this. To go to visit this particular business, this factory. This company is Indochine. Okay, so but their owner basically set up their factory, set up their company inside the PTP Pelabuhan Tanjung Pelepas. Okay, the reason is that he told us, we will question about this thing. Okay, why do you set up in this facility? The reason is that he's basically he produced biodegradable product. So the raw material is basically from tapioca. Okay, ubi, cassava. Okay, if in Europe they call it cassava. In Malaysia we call it ubi. In other part of country, I think they call it tapioca. Okay, the reason is that he will. This is an imported goods. Okay, he import this thing bought from and few other materials. Okay, who comes from outside. So if he open up outside the compound area, the facilities, maybe just in front of the gate, okay, the cost of clearing the product from the port, which is not even like 1 kilometer far, from the ship, the tanker. Okay, it will cost him about 1,800 to bring, in terms of logistic, to bring the product from the ship to the company, which is just outside the gate of that PTP. It will cost him about 1,800. Whereby, if he set up in the facility, the cost of bringing that container, which is about half a kilometer, not even half a kilometer, okay, it will cost him only about 300 ringgit. So the locality is quite important, okay, in order for you to cut down case. It same goes to like any other businesses. Okay, I last time, if I'm not mistaken, we talk about open up a car wash. Okay, a car wash. We're talking about this lean model canvas. We're talking about this business model canvas. We're talking about this SWOT analysis. We want to see what can we do with this car wash. And it seems that a lot of them, yes, of course, they provide services. They wash your car, they vacuum everything and make your car nice, shining, everything. But their main problem is when there is a raining season. Okay, when there's a raining season, there's no business actually. Okay, not many people will send their car to wash. Okay, so we have to think, that will be our main problem. So we have to think, what can we do in making sure that even it's raining, this particular car wash will still have business. They will still have cars to be washed, so that you don't have any idle workers, playing around, playing with the phone, singing and everything. So what we think is that this car wash should be open near to, if you have that place, a lot of people, a workshop area. Okay, a lot of people open up a workshop. Okay, a car workshop. It doesn't matter, a car or motorbike or maybe a lorry. We should have a car wash there, and this will, you have to make a deal with the owner, with the workshop, with the mechanic, Okay, tell them that whenever they finish fixing any customer's car, they can send their car to our car wash. Okay, and then the charges will be included in the customer's bill. Okay, and then at the same time you will give some percentage to the mechanics. So as far as mechanic business is concerned, I think it's uh, a good thing. Okay, when customer came back, finish, pick up, pay everything, and they knew that their car is already been washed. It looks clean. Hati pun happy, and you feel happy, even though you already pay something. Okay, but you're happy because your car looks clean. Okay, so even it's raining, this workshop can just simply send and to this car wash, it will wash and then give back to the mechanic. And when the customer came, maybe the mechanic just can simply say, "Oh, we clean up everything because it's raining." Then after that, if it's not raining, you can just simply wipe down a little bit and it's all clean. So that is the locality is very important. Okay, locality is very important. Poor inventory control, they don't have the ability to do all these things. All right. I will give you a good example. That day I went to um, Wood Fire. It's quite popular in JB right now, selling burgers. Well, actually, the burgers is just like is a what do you call it? It's like a special burgers with special cheese and everything, and the way they put it, which is really nice, but it's not healthy. Okay, to be fair, it's not healthy. Even though they make the beef patty, okay, by themselves, but then they put everything inside there. So it's really tempting for you guys. Okay, for us, I have that burgers, and I told myself that I'm not gonna have any meat, any burgers for a duration of a week. Actually, at least a week. Okay, because the burger is so big. It's just like Fuel Shack. It's just like Carl's Jr. It's not like McDonald's burgers. Okay, look very lame, but this one is really tempting. It's really nice. Okay, so I went to this place for a couple of times actually, for more than 2 times. No, the first 2 times I went there, um, the owner said it's finished already. Okay, hello, you are doing a business. You shouldn't say that. You need to make sure that the burgers is there. Okay, meaning it's a bad impression to customers if you told them that our burgers finished already. You cannot say that. You are doing a business. Okay, so you need to have a very proper inventory control, making sure that your business runs smoothly. Because of there's a stigma in terms of business. There's a stigma in customers. If you did something wrong, okay, or maybe if you cook too dry, or it's tasteless, it's salty, that kind of thing. Customers have stigma. I mean, they have a stigma. It's quite difficult for them to come back and try again. Okay, it will take a longer period of time before these people come back, and they were hoping that they only came when you know that, this is under new management. Okay, maybe the food is not going to be as bad as like the previous management. That kind of thing. So in terms of inventory control, you need to have a very good knowledge and experience in doing this. Okay, to make sure that your business runs smoothly. Imagine if you go to, let's say, McDonald's. Okay, there's no burgers, there's only chicken, there's only fried chicken. Okay, and then only French fries. There's no burgers. How do you feel? You get really really mad. Okay, so inventory should be in place. Lack of initial planning is just like an ad hoc kind of attitude. Yes, of course. We I don't deny that most of the business been set up because of you can see an opportunity there. Okay, you can see what they call it as niche market, is or underserved market. So you try to fill up the gaps by introducing, by selling, providing these services, and whatnot. But still, okay, a lot of them is basically they just simply do, and you can see that some of them they don't have some in terms of paper qualification and something that unless you you go for trainings, skilling and upskilling. Okay, a lot of money has been poured in. A lot of budgets have been allocated for this skilling and upskilling, but it's more on action plan to overcome this current problem that we are facing right now. But when it comes to initial planning, in what how when all this what let's say some people they don't think about this thing, okay, and we got to understand that our capital is very limited, okay. We don't have what it takes to simply burn our money just like that. Yeah, I have a friend who talk about burgers as well. He spent about 200,000, okay, to come up with, I don't know what they call it. I've seen it before, but then I cannot. They call it as burger arang. That the bun itself is black in color. Okay, he opened up the company. Remember this restaurant in Damansara, if I'm not mistaken, long time ago. Okay, after one year, 1.5 years, if I'm not mistaken, then they closed down the business, and when I came and met him, it was like, aku ni bodoh sangat lah, jual burger pun tak laku, but he lost about 200,000. And I said, okay, but then but this guy, basically he got a lot of money, okay, he has a lot of business, so it was like, we were laughing about it, and then okay, we start over again. The last time I heard, I lost contact actually with him, okay. Last time I heard, I called him, he was in Thailand playing golf, wildlife. Okay, and then was like asking him, what kind of business are you doing right now? Dia cakap, dia buat business, how should I say? Dia punya business is dia service radar kapal laut tentera Perancis. I was like, how in the hell do you get that kind of business? Okay, you're basically servicing Royal Navy, not say French Navy fleet, servicing the radar. So I don't know how he get that business. Okay, he's very good. Okay, hopefully he'll be back in Malaysia, and then maybe I can talk to him, and then maybe we can think of something else. Think about doing some business together. Okay, so all right. So those are top five reasons startup business feel, and also other things. Okay, buying existing in terms of you're trying to make a decision whether you want to buy new businesses. Okay, we don't talk about the valuation yet. Okay, we're talking about the overall. Okay, what you need to look at, when you need to understand when it comes to buying, doing business. If let's say you're going to buy a family business, for example, then it's a combination of all these things that you need to look as an investor. You need to look into all these things. Try to scrutinize. Try to we talk about this due diligence. Yes, of course. Okay, it's all included. Looking at the financial matters of the business. Okay, but on top of that, we need to look at all this intangible kind of soft valuation, okay, in order to make sure that our investment will not turn sour. Okay, at least we can make money. And then, because if it's your own money, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's up to you, but then when it comes to other people, you are answerable to it. Okay, all right, guys, anything else that you want to ask about this thing? Anything? Kita ada berapa orang ni? Yes, I wanted to have this. Any question? Ke semua tidur lagi ni? How many people we have? Why is it? We have 20, right? Let me Sorry. Why is it I open up my photos? Any question? Tidur lagi ke? Are you still sleeping?
No.
Alright. Okay, just take the attendance. Ini apa subjek? Financing kan? Financing, technology financing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
B
Okay, guys.
3033.
3033, yes. Sekejap one moment. Share this thing. Wait. Let me give and she always have, selalu diorang ni tak dapat sign in. This is for SHAD 3033, okay? Those who register under SBSD 3033, wait. Give me one, give your friends 2 minutes. Siapa yang register? Yes. Okay. Okay, good. It's done. Okay, guys. The rest of you, sign in. So how's the, okay, any question in attendance? Why is it? Oh, okay. Anything that you want to discuss about the assignment? We're gonna have a test, right? Maybe last few, maybe second last week of the semester, maybe we're gonna have a test. But my other student, my other class, is a part-time students. They wanted to have, instead of test, they asked for assignment. So I haven't decided yet. But I think you guys, we can go with tests. We should go with short tests. It's a home, take home test, open book test and discussion among you test kind of thing. Ada lagi? Okay. So, any question? Ada apa-apa yang nak ditanya?
Doctor, yang tu case study.
Okay.
Actually, what exactly we need to do about that assignment?
Alright. Okay. Apa case study saya bagi? I can't remember. About what?
The robot.
Oh yeah, Ganker robot. Oh, really nice that thing. Tapi tak jual kat Malaysia lah. I think it's about 1,000 something per robot. Sell in US. If you look at YouTube, okay, you know, just go and see this Ganker robot, and for the boys I think is nice lah. I mean, memang best lah main macam tu. Okay, anyway, alright. So first thing first, is a group project. Okay, we have 22 students plus 20. We have 24. So that means we can have like 4 person per group. That
we
means
form new group or follow back the previous assignment group.
What do you think? What do you guys suggest? New team? Maybe I think better for me. I think it's better to have a new team so that you can get new ideas, or maybe you have some bad experience working with the team on the first assignment. Maybe this is the chance for you to have a new guy. I don't know. It's up to you guys. Apa ni? Christopher previous team. Okay. This attendance done. Complete. Finish. Two. Ada lagi ke? Okay. So we still have people coming in. Stop. Okay, so it's up to you. It's up to you guys whether you want to have a new team or previous team. I leave it to you guys, or you want us to make a decision today, right now? It's gonna be a new team or previous team? Tak ramai datang ini. What do you think? Previous team. Okay, ni kita tengok previous team. Previous team, maybe you have already the chemistry. Alright, yes, no question, doctor. Oh, Anissa bagus, tak ada question. Okay, doctor. Okay, no, doctor. Okay, previous team. Okay, then we go with previous team. Is it okay, Hazel? Boleh? Alright.
Boleh.
Okay, you have okay. What basically I want you to do is that is some sort. Okay, a simple question that I ask inside that assignment is that, are you going to invest in this company? They're going to expand. They're going to include more weapons, and they want to design more weapons, more system, and maybe they have some laser pointed thing inside that robot and everything. Okay, so if you're an investor, are you going to invest in this thing? That would be the question. It's simple as that. So with all the knowledge that you have, with all the slide that I have already given to you guys, okay, maybe you can go through all these things and try to use as much as possible in terms of information to come up with a decision whether you are going to invest in this particular project or not. So we're talking about toys here. Okay, it's not necessarily it's not going to be like a biotech product, nanotechnology product, cosmetic, life sciences product, microbiome. No, we're talking about a simple thing. Is a
Yes.
is a toy project. Okay, so what kind of information that you're looking for? Okay, these are the things that I want to have. I want to know. Okay, say okay, we're going to invest in, but okay, we're not going to invest. We're going to invest, or these are our argument whether we want to invest or not. Try to make as such that you are going to present this to your investors. What kind of information that you're looking for? Then maybe you can ask later on. In the real world, basically this thing happens like this. When we have this kind of businesses, okay, we're going to gather a lot of information about the company. That's the most important, right? Okay, and then the thing that you need to do is that at the end of the day, you're going to present this thing to the investors. I say, okay, we have this project. Okay, this guy, basically this company, basically producing this kind of toys, this high tech product, gadget. The market, what call it? The how big is the market? What kind of product? So what money? What kind of this? How many? Sorry. How are they doing right now, their profit, everything. You have to tell everything to the investor so that you can get money from the investor, and then you can and invest in this company. So in order for you to come up with that presentation or maybe a decision, okay, in terms of putting your money in what kind of information are you looking for? So these are, maybe you can list down things or argue, discuss things that you need from the company. Okay, in the real world, basically, I will call this company and say, okay, I need to know about this information, this, everything. Okay, then from there, you analyze everything. You analyze. So let me. I can remember. Stop. Let me have a look at this. Case study.
So our answer can be in presentation, but we discuss and argue about why we want to invest or why not lah.
Exactly. What we need and what you get, your impact, our promise. So they say we need the minimum 50,000 to successfully produce the gang robot. Your fund will be used to produce mold, purchase material, assembly robot. In return, you receive the newest model. Okay, it's more like a crowdfunding actually. Okay, it's more like a crowdfunding where you give us money and then we give you this. Some crowdfunding. Some companies, they said, if you give me this amount of money, you will get this product. Okay, the, your product, that kind of thing. So basically, so, in order for you to come up with that presentation, okay, you need to present everything to the investors. What kind of information are you looking for? So these are, maybe you can list down things or argue, discuss things that you need from the company. Okay, in the real world, basically, this company, basically this project, okay, Yeah, startup company comprise young people who are passionate about robotic. Without your help, we can build. We also need funding to host robot combat event. If you feel our passion, then join us in creating the world best robot warriors. So, yes, are you going to give that 50,000 to them or not? The bottom line is there. So, in terms of okay, I actually suggest to have a report. Okay, I mean a written report, the reason why, okay, what kind of information that you need to have, you're looking for. Maybe you can, you know, do some a little bit. Of course, definitely you need to do some homework. You need to do some research on this particular product, this particular company. Okay, and then I want you to present. Okay, do some presentation. It's very simple presentation. Okay, so at least we have something for the semester. Okay, try to convince us. You're trying to convince us whether we should put $50,000 to this company or not. Okay, so but so is it okay with that?
Yeah. So, is there any minimum page for our
No,
report?
no.
No.
In other lecturers class, yes, but for my class, there's no holds barred.
Okay.
Everything under
Thank
the
you,
sky.
doctor.
Whatever you want to do, make it as creative as possible. It doesn't matter. I'm very happy. Okay, I want to see your creativity. There's no guideline, no nothing, no format, no I will do try to do the best that you can in terms of convincing these people. I think we can one thing that I need to clarify is that you need to clarify is that whether you are basically the investors. Wait. No. Okay, it's okay. No, it's right. I think it's just that okay, now this company is asking money from you. Okay, you are basically the investors. So the question will be a big question that you have to put in front is, are you going to give this 50,000 to the company or not? Why? If yes, why? If no, why? All right? Okay, you might have your discuss among your team. Okay, you might have your own reason. You might have your own criteria, factors whatsoever, or you need some information extra, which is something that you can put in your report that okay, we're going to invest this, but then we need to know this. We don't have this information. We need to know this. And then look at whether the company is able to um, sustain. Okay, they're talking about having in combat this robot war combat event blah. So maybe you might have some other ideas that you want to to highlight to this company that make it interesting. Okay, all right guys, boleh.
Doctor, when is the submission date?
When you want to submit? Ini siapa yang tanya ni? Hazel Hazel, have you been
3
to
weeks later.
Hazel, have you siapa cakap tadi? Hazel, have you been in my class before or not?
Yes.
Ya, pernah?
2 years
Pernah?
ago.
Pernah.
Masa financial management, is it?
Ah.
Oh, because normally if student ask me bila due date, I will ask the student when can you submit. Because I know you guys are very busy. You are the most busy person in the world. So you have a lot of this, especially sekarang ni nasib baik just because I know it's MCO all this. If not, wah, you guys are lebih busy daripada menteri besar. You have to. I this weekend we have to go to watch movie, and then after that we have to go for go kart racing, and then I have some assignment here. I have date here. So you guys are very busy. So that's why instead of I put the date, I will ask the student when are you going to submit based on your busy schedule. Okay, so it's up to you guys. Week 14. Week 14 dah habis sangat. Okay, so okay, week 14 means week 14 the last week tu you kena present sekali lah. Is that it? Okay, so during week 14, week 13, week 14, I think we almost finish our subject. we almost finish our subject. Okay, I try to do it as quickly as possible so that few weeks you can relax. You're not gonna have class at 9 o'clock in the morning. Okay, we try our level best to finish up, to rush a little bit. Okay, by right, some of the lectures pun I dengar pun ada yang dah habis dah because they have class like night and morning and night. They try to rush things out. So yeah, it's okay. If everybody okay with week 14 to is a submission date, it's okay. I got no problem. But that means on the week 14 you submit, and then we're gonna have a very short presentation. It's just for the sake of this faculty. Now they look into all this. Oh, student kena participate. Like right now lah. Nobody switch on camera, semua senyap, so takut semua tidur. So they want it to be interactive. Bla 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 bla. Itu semua makcik-makcik punya pemikiran. For me, I don't care. As long I deliver, I have evidence that you come into my class and cukup. Kan? Okay? So on the week 14, okay or not? Submit. Week 14? Alright? Boleh? Week 14 Alright. Okay. So apa ni? Then on the week 14, tapi kau tak boleh awal sikit ke? Awal sikit, then kita dah tak payah buat apa-apa lagi. Just, I suspect apa? Bila week 14 nanti, masih ada lagi yang tengah buat. There's still someone still doing it. Whereby that time I think it's crucial for you to study for your exam lah, final exam lah. Maybe a lot of submission. Okay, week 13 pula dikurangkan 1 minggu je. Oh my god. Okay, I got no problem. So gini. Maybe you can decide, discuss among yourself bila nak hantar. For me, it's okay. I don't have final exam. I buat soalan saja. I'm not the one going to study. Okay, alright. So you guys are the one. Okay, so you discuss among yourself. Okay, among your team. Kalau nak submit awal cuma satu je. But only one. One thing that I really need your help. I need only one person who send all the assignment. Okay, I don't want every group send an email to me. So it's very difficult for me to monitor. Okay, so maybe someone can volunteer to become ketua. So everyone will send to him, and he is the only one who can send to me. Ataupun email tak ada pun tak apa, just send it in WhatsApp group also can. But then I want it to be like one email, rather than send to me separated. So kalau 6 tak apa-apa sangat lah, tapi kalau ada 22 student hantar 22 email, ayo siao lah. Okay, alright, so that one you discuss among yourself lah. Okay, we are week 7, 8 right now kan. Okay, hopefully by 10, 12, 10, 11 kita finish so that everybody can relax. So up to you guys, bila nak hantar. Okay, make sure you hantar je lah. And then hantar tu maybe week 13, 14. Okay, insist to have class can have some. We have a very short. We can have short presentation so that I can take video and show to the faculty. Just the evidence. You see, my student, they are very active and dynamic and progressive. They participate. That kind of thing. Alright, okay. So there is that. Anything else? Ada apa lagi? Assignment yang satu tu dah hantar dah? The first assignment. Dah belum?
Sudah.
Sudah
Sudah.
Okay. Alright. Okay, anything else? No?
No.
Alright, okay guys. I'll see. Okay, so kita punya kelas hari apa lagi satu? Hari Rabu Rabu, alright. Okay, we try to rush things out. Alright, okay. So, take care. Alright. Adios.
Doctor.
Bye.
Thank you, Doctor.
Bye-bye. Thanks.